welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica and thanks so much for being here today. If you haven't checked out my last video where I give you a bunch of Valentine book recommendations, go ahead and check that video out. While you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well as my Instagram so you never miss out on any new video. So today I have my mom with me. This is such a special treat. I can't believe I actually convinced her to be on camera, so thanks so much, Mommy.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here with you, Jessica.
Yes, I'm so excited, and we even have matching shirts.
We do.
Wow, okay, wow. Anyway, so this woman has definitely been such a pivotal person in my life when it comes to reading. This is where I get my reading bug from, where I, love to read every day. It comes from her. So tell us, are you a big reader? How did you come about reading? How did you inspire me to read?
Well, I am a big reader. I definitely enjoy reading. If you remember, I've always read to you when you were a little girl, you and your brother. I was always reading, and trying to influence you guys to read books. That was just a big thing in our house. So yeah, I'm glad that you continue it.
Yeah, absolutely. So yes, everything that I have learned from books and reading, it comes from this lady over here. So very, very grateful to her. All right, so with Valentine's Day right around the corner, I thought what better way than to talk about the books that inspired us and we love to read. So these books are going to be books that I guess made us fall in love with reading. There's so many, so we're only gonna name a few, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just a few. But if you wanna see all the books that we love to read and inspired us to love reading, keep on watching. So the very first book that made me fall in love with reading, I think it was probably Harry Potter. Now, I think I was I don't know, how old do you think I was? Maybe 12?
No, maybe
older?
7 or 8 when Harry Potter
Oh,
first came
okay.
out.
Wow. That is how old I am, guys. I'm not going to say my age, but
I'm not saying mine either.
when Harry Potter came out, I guess I was 7 or 8, but I think I kind of read them later on. And as you guys know, Harry Potter is huge, right? I mean, I absolutely loved the magic, the realism with it. I love the adventure story. I actually thought that I was going to get an invitation to Hogwarts. I'm still waiting for that, so Hogwarts, if you're still accepting applications, I'm in. I may be too old for it, but I'm still in. Anyway, I absolutely love Harry Potter. It really definitely encouraged me to read. I think the books were easy and simple to understand. Of course, they kept you enthralled, and then you have the movies. I mean, come on now. Harry Potter, it can really speak for itself, but I think that was definitely a series or books that I enjoyed, and it made me fall in love with reading. So, Mom, what books do you like, or what made you fall in love with reading?
Well, let's see. I think some of my favorite authors when I first really got into reading, one particular was Danielle Steele. And I know many of you guys have heard about Danielle Steele. She has many, 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 many books. Mm-hmm. Several of my favorite books from Danielle Steele were One Day at a Time, The House, and Royal. Those are some of the books that came many, many years ago. Danielle Steele is one of those authors that take you on an adventure, let's say.
Oh, really?
Yes, really. Most of her books and most of her stories, some of them actually were time period books or novels. And they took you to Paris, to London, to Rome. And so, of course, when you're reading those books, you feel like you're there. And so she became one of my favorite, and she still is one of my favorite all-time authors, because when I read her books on a rainy day, when it's cold and you can't go outside, you can't do anything, I can pretend like I'm anywhere. Wow. And that's why I enjoy Danielle Steele, yes.
I think we could all use one of those books that transports us to somewhere else, especially since a lot of us can't travel right now.
That's very true.
All right, so what would you say your favorite genre is?
I would say my favorite genre would be historical fiction with a little bit of romance. Who doesn't like romance? And hey, it's Valentine's.
I don't like romance.
Okay, she doesn't like romance.
Just kidding, but no, I think this is, I've never read Danielle Steele before, so I know a lot of people really love her books and her stories, so maybe I'll give it a try.
You should give it a try.
Okay.
She's been around for a long time. there's a plethora of books to choose from. You will enjoy her. I
Got
truly
it.
believe that.
Got it. So I guess another series or books that I really enjoyed reading was Nancy Drew. And this is really showing my age, but do you remember I used to like have that,
I remember.
that whole collection of Nancy Drew? I used to read those books like in a day. I mean, they were so good. They're really simple, really basic books, but I don't know, it really just made me fall in love with the mystery. They were all the same. The mysteries were technically all the same, but they were so fun to read. So I do remember reading those books. I feel like I had the entire collection of Nancy Drew, right?
You did.
I did. So yeah, I will say that was probably the earliest books I can remember with me just really liking reading.
I would agree with you. And as a matter of fact, it's interesting that you would pick Nancy Drew because when she was reading the books, I too was reading the books.
Really?
Yes,
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that, but I read them.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Nancy Drew's always fun, and I feel like that really sparked my interest for like mystery reading and murder mystery because that's like my thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Nancy Drew. So do you have another author or book that inspired you to read or like sparked your interest in reading?
Actually, I do. And one of my other favorite authors is Ellen Hildebrand. And I like her books because they take you to Nantucket Islands, Martha's Vineyard, Cape Cod, and I love those places to visit. And so some of her books that I've enjoyed, Summer of '69, The Perfect Couple, Whatever Happens in Paradise. And those books, they have a little bit of mystery. Something always happens in paradise or something always happens. For example, The Summer of '69 talks about an amazing friendship among I think maybe 5 or 6 girls and just how their life, you know, just changes over time and how they kind of made it back to each other. But everything happens on the island of Nantucket, where during the winter months they live in New York or, you know, Ohio or different places, but in the summer they will always come back to Nantucket Island. So I enjoy the islands like that, and so that was really why I picked Ellen Hildebrand as one of my favorite authors. I enjoy her.
Okay, I'm kind of sensing a theme in your books, which is like location and travel.
Yes,
so
absolutely. I love to travel, and yes.
So you like books that, you know, talk about, I guess, stories in different like cities or places and states.
Continents.
Okay. Continents. Yes. Okay, I'm sensing a little travel theme going on. Definitely, again, perfect since we can't travel right now.
We can't travel anywhere right now.
All right.
But one of those books that you can read when you go to the beach and you want to sit on the beach and you have a good book to read, Ellen Hildebrand is the one.
Okay. All right, so 2 other series that I really liked. One was the Series of Unfortunate Events. I mean, come on. Who are you if you did not like those books? Seriously, right?
I agree.
I had all of them. I think I still do. I don't know. Maybe I gave them away. But I used to read those over and over again. I mean, I feel like I've read that entire series in the collection probably like 3 or 4 times, maybe even more. I didn't really like the movies so much, but the books were amazing. And then another series that I really enjoyed was, Twilight. Twilight, you know what I mean? So that was definitely a popular series that I enjoyed growing up. I think I was like in middle or high school when those came out. Again, they're not super great books, but they were really fun. And you have vampires, you have werewolves. During that time, it was something that was really like innovative. Have vampires in a book. I mean, you have Dracula, but this is like vampires in love. So, yes. Did you ever read? No.
I was not a fan of those books at all.
Oh,
not at all.
Well, I mean, they were just really fun to read. So I enjoyed both of those series very much. All right, so this book is more so a newer book, but this one just reminds me why I love to read and why I do what I do, I guess, but it is The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. Okay, so maybe this is the last time I talk about this book, but probably not because, oh man, this book is so good. I encourage everyone to read it. Britt Bennett is one of my favorite modern day authors.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
She's just so good.
Great book.
Such a fantastic writer. And I will say that the thing I really like about Britt Bennett is that she really is very relatable to everyone that reads her books. Like, I've posted a few times with this book and she'll like comment on it or she'll like my picture. So it's just so, I just love her. I wish I could meet her in person. Britt Bennett, if you're watching this, hey, let's be friends, okay? But yeah, so The Vanishing Half it's so good. The writing is just, it's outstanding. It's beautiful. It's about these two sisters who lead very different lives. I'm not going to go into it because I don't want to spoil it. It's just one of those books you just treasure.
I think
you read it too, right?
I've read it 3 times actually.
Oh, really?
I listened to the book on tape twice, and then I read the book once.
Wow.
I enjoyed it. I totally enjoyed the book.
Yeah, it's so good, and it just reminds me of like, it just reminds me that there's just such good writing out here, especially by a lot of Black authors. So I encourage you, especially it's, you know, Black History Month this month.
Absolutely.
Yeah, go get you a copy of Vanishing Half. You can listen to it on audiobook, you know, get it from your library. It's honestly everywhere. I'm sure that you've seen it. So this book, I mean, it just makes me fall in love with reading over and over again.
I agree.
So thanks so much, you guys. I know that was like very short and sweet, but those are all the books that we really loved to read, that inspired us to read, that make us fall in love every day with books. Thanks so much to my BFF, which is my mom, for
having me.
You're welcome.
I truly enjoyed it. It was great.
Good. This is her first time on camera with me, so hopefully we can see
I'm hoping
more.
she invites me again.
Yes, absolutely. Let us know. How did she do? Did she do good? I think that she did fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so
she's
much,
a natural star. Anyway, thanks again so much for watching, friends. If you like this video and you want to see more videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also click that notification bell so you never miss out on any video that I post. Follow me on my Instagram so you can see all of my bookish posts. Thanks so much for your support. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!